Hi everyone, it's me, and what I have in front of me is a limited edition was like Thomas statue from 2015 that coincided the 70th anniversary. Now, this video isn't actually going to be like me showcasing like this little particular model. However, regarding anniversaries and such, I will be getting towards halfway throughout the video because this is going to be like a different type of video that I'm going to be doing today. So now if you guys also like recently been seeing like a few Blu-ray DVD collections outside the world of Thomas Tugs and Mario and Sonic and stuff like that, I'm a pretty big movie buff, primarily around the whole action genre, but I'm more so a man of all tastes. And speaking of movies and such, if you guys aren't aware of this by now, a couple of weeks ago, a YouTuber called Derek Smith finally was gave us like an official reveal on what the cancelled movie, The Adventures of Thomas, was going to be like. So, The Adventures of Thomas, or the World War II movie, as some people tend to refer it as, was a cancelled theatrical Thomas the Tank Engine based movie, which was in development for around 3 years until Mattel picked up the brand and cancelled the project entirely. Now, not much information on the movie was known other than it was going to be taking place during wartime and it was going to focus on a father and son getting separated and Thomas having to reunite them later on in the film, plus a Steamers versus Diesel conflict. Now, other than those little details, it was also confirmed that the movie was going to be geared towards a much more mature slash teen and adult audience. So it wasn't going to be the Thomas lore that we all come to love, kind of like with Thomas and the Magic Railroad in a way. How it wasn't going to be canon towards the main series. In fact, the Adventures of Thomas, if it came out around say 11 12 10 or 12 years ago now, it was also going to be like a pilot for a potential cinematic universe, kind of like with the Harry Potter movies or the Marvel Cinematic Universe and stuff like that. However, that never saw the light of day. Thanks to Derek Smith, we did have a full um, background or idea of what the cancelled Adventures of Thomas movie would have been like. So yeah, so a father and a son called Johnny, who escaping London during the Blitz, travel to a childhood home. Like that's a few plot lines that we already knew to begin with, but later on it was also revealed that Johnny finds Edward stuck by the side of the tracks. In a way of saying thank you, he decides to take Johnny for a little journey to the island of Sodor, which kind of like Magic Railroad, instead of having magic buffers, the teleportation from the real world to Sodor would have been going for a bunch of caves and waterfalls. Now the island of Sodor, not like Magic Railroad to say, but it was going to be portrayed more so like a dystopian steampunk fantasy world where the only intelligent life over there were the engines. So yeah, so the Fat Controller and other human characters, yeah, they weren't going to appear in the movie. Although the details that were recently leaked, they were from a first draft, so there's a good chance they would have had another draft made before those little CGI renders were created as well. Say the engines originally having was it mechanical faces, kind of like Transformers in a way. I could see them getting back the original grey faces because having say Thomas having an Optimus Prime style mechanical face mask, not only would be like a little bit unsettling, but yeah, it would have put like a lot of people off, including myself, if I'm going to be truly honest. And knowing how the movie was set during like wartime, like the whole period of like the whole steamies versus diesel conflict was going to be an allegory of the war itself. So yeah, the steam engines originated from England, while the diesels were going to be portrayed like Germans or the Nazis in a way. And they were going to introduce like a few new characters which wasn't actually seen from the main series. So in Timber Sheds, when Johnny and Ed would first arrive, most of the scene team would be there, including a couple of new characters like someone called Squeak, who's a rail car, and Puffing Billy, which wasn't confirmed, but there's a good chance it would have been there was the actual locomotive it's based upon. Now, as terms like other characters, new characters that would have been introduced were some snowplow diesel called Bertha, which was going to be like a mix between a mountain hiker and a trucker, and was like a few military boats, which would have been like a husband and wife duo, and was like some French mine cars, which would have helped resist the diesel's takeover. And speaking of the diesels, one character called Smoke, he was going to be like a much more, from what we know, a much more edgier, Diesel 10 type villain. Was planning to take over the railway and such, and gets defeated at the end of the movie when Gordon, beats him in a race. Now, yes, it's finally nice to know that the movie was close to actually finally happening, but personally, I'm glad Mattel cancelled the project when they first acquired the brand, because the way it was going, for what we know, yeah, it could have ruined the franchise's reputation a little bit more. Now, if you guys are also now aware too, the upcoming Marc Forster movie, which is set in for what we know, the Barbie universe, is still in the works. Now, the reason I want to bring up the upcoming movie too, because I do see Mattel personally using a few aspects from the movie. So the whole wartime storyline, that's already been withdrawn ages ago, except it has been confirmed to be set in a modern times, kind of like the 21st century in a way. But I personally still see them using elements where Thomas has to reunite father and son, and the steam team, including Diesel, facing up a conflict between the modern electric engines. So yeah, I definitely see that happening and other bits and pieces. Now, it hasn't been officially confirmed. We still even as of now, we still don't know the official title of the movie, unless it's supposedly going to be known as Thomas the Friends the Movie, as far as the working title goes. Now, a lot of people, including myself, believe the movie will be released sometime, say late 2025, to coincide the release of the 80th anniversary of the brand. But if Mattel still wants to keep up that release date, as a lot of us are predicting, they've got to come out with something soon. And let's say Jack Black plays the Fat Controller for the movie. He whenever he gets a little interview with say Jimmy Fallon or whatever, he would whenever he asks the question, "Hey Jack, are you going to be doing a few more movies after Minecraft?" And say, yeah, I'm also working on a Thomas the Tank Engine movie for Mattel and such. So that probably would be the time to announce everything, because I know he's also working on initially returning as Bowser for the Mario movie 2, which is coming out in 2 years' time, which is very exciting. And I'm not entirely too sure if the Minecraft movie has wrapped up at this stage. It might have had, but who knows. So yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to speak to you about, my personal opinion of the cancelled movie, let alone what Mattel can do for say the upcoming live action movie that they got in the works, which is supposedly being set in the Barbie universe, because what we know it's going to be the Barbie movie is going to be stuff a whole cinematic universe, kind of like with Marvel. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.